like unforgivable tough. But like even now, the weight cuts are worse just because of like injuries that have happened. You know, my emergency surgery, my back surgery.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Yeah, the last time we spoke, you were moving to North Carolina. You're getting settled into North Carolina, your new place, the farm. Are you fully settled now, or were you fully settled back then? No, no,
No. So like even before, you know, we were traveling still a lot and everything, and even now we're not even, you know, close to settled. It feels like you know, a lot going on and stuff, and you know, preparing for animals and stuff. The property is not necessarily 100% set up for animals, so it has some fenced areas, but I've been doing a lot of fencing, a lot of just preparing for them too, and then you know, trying to move into the place, trying to get settled in, and get everything here too is been a lot. So we've been running around a lot, you know, to get settled in the place. We're definitely in a better position, and you know, we make the best of it. But you know, you know, I think everybody hates moving. You know,
yeah.
it's a long process.
Definitely, especially the way that you're moving. You know, what I mean, you're kind of moving just complete
Yeah.
move. You know, most people just have a small house, you know, and then they
Yeah.
move to another small house. You know, you're
Exactly.
different. But
Yeah.
you know, never a boring day though, right? That's a
Absolutely
benefit.
not. Yeah, absolutely not. Never a boring day. Always something to do. If something doesn't come up, you know, there's plenty of lists of things to get done and do around the house, in you know, for the farm and everything too. Add a fight camp onto that, you know, it makes it even more exciting. A lot of things going on. So we actually will always have something random pop up though. Animal gets out, fences down, you know, storm, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we just stay on the up, stay positive about it, and get out there and get it done.
Like you said, you're in fight camp, July 22nd, back in action, back in the UK. You know, what I mean, did you request to go back overseas?
Actually, I did. You know, I was asking for you know, a late summer return. Um, you know, I'm changing weight classes. I wanted to get some a little more time. You know, get my body right and stuff like that. Heal up for some things, and saw that they announced the London card, and I was like, you know what? It just feels right. I need to ask to go back, get for a redemption. You know, get some redemption. I didn't go out. You know, last time I went out there, I didn't produce the showing I wanted. Didn't perform how I wanted. So I asked. They told me actually it was fully booked and that there was no openings, and then they keep me posted if someone fell out or something. And I was like, all right, no problem. But then you know, they ended up asking me to come on and fight, and I'm excited about it. Like I said, I'm ready to get some redemption, go back there and put on the performance that I know I can.
Definitely. And you know, you mentioned you're moving weight classes, you're moving up to middleweight. I think the last time you competed at that weight was like 10 years ago, maybe more than 10 years ago. Why
Yeah.
did you decide to switch?
You know, actually, it's something you know, I've been going to do for quite some time now. You know, we've been talking about it, and it's just matchups. You know, matchups keeping me down. Like what, you know, exciting matchups that I wanted, and there's still exciting matchups that I want. You know, would like at 170, but really, it's you know, it's the perfect time to move up for my health and everything too. You know, I'm you know, people can think whatever they want, but I'm not a small guy. I walk around really heavy, and it's a process to get down. And doing it for so long, you know, cutting weight and things, and it's you know, it's really put a toll on my body. And you know, at 85, I'm able to, you know, I'll still cut weight. I'll still cut weight. You know, and people are surprised by that, but they're like, "Oh yeah, now no cut. You get to eat whatever you want." It's like, "Oh yeah, I wish," you know. But but there's still a cut, you know. But it's less stress on my body, a lot less, you know, trouble going through it, and just get to do it a lot healthier way. And I think you're really going to see the best me.
Like what was the process of like having that weight on, you know what I mean? Because you don't have to cut the weight. You've been open with me about like the weight cuts. They're not easy.
Yeah.
Are you adding more muscle? Is there like something that you're doing to build yourself into the middleweight division?
You know, yeah, definitely. First, the biggest thing is like, you know, like I said, my health. And one of the things now that I realize that I would tell someone starting out or getting into fighting or whatever, still early on in their career is find a nutritionist who knows what they're doing, and has the credentials and a doctor and all this stuff and how to cut weight, how to manage yourself and all that because I've done it for so long, but I've done it listening to other fighters and taking advice. And it's not that it's a bad thing. Fighters know how to make weight. That's the thing. They'll tell you anything that they know and help you out, but they don't really know. It's just they just know how to make the weight, right? So I've been doing it wrong for a long time. Changed it up recently, a few camps ago, and it's been all right. It's been better, but learning a lot about my health and my body, and then also, since my back surgery, that's caused issues with the weight cuts as well. So, making the change, like I said, it's been coming, and finally making the move, and yeah, putting on muscle. Before I wasn't even able to put on any muscle. I wasn't able to even keep muscle. Whatever I did in the off season, whatever. But in between fights or trying to do in camp, I wasn't being able to fuel that muscle to keep it. So by the time I get to the fight, it's like, yes, I'm prepared. Yes, I'm in shape. Yes, I'm ready to go. But I wasn't able to keep on the muscle that I put on through the work and everything like that. So definitely at 85, we're putting on more muscle. We're keeping the speed, keeping the endurance, and changing some things. I think you're gonna, really see the best of me. I fought at 85 before. It's no big deal. People always question it, but I'm ready to go, man. I feel better than ever. I feel strong, and I'm ready to put on a great performance.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of guys move from 170 to 185 and have great success. And you're like, why did they fight at middleweight from the start? You always think about that.
Exactly. And then, it's that thing. It's like, oh, you cut weight to be the bigger man, or have an edge. Any edge you can get, take it, or whatever kind of thing. And it's to that point where my edge is going to be being the healthier fighter in there. Being the best version of myself, being able to really fuel my body into throughout camp, into the fight. And I think you're going to really see that.
Man, I think people forget that you fought at lightweight as well in the UFC. There was how tough was those cuts, man?
I'm telling you, those were extremely tough, like unforgivable tough. But even now, the weight cuts are worse just because of injuries that have happened. My emergency surgery, my back surgery, it's caused different things, and the amount of time I've been in the fight game, cutting weight and stuff too, ran its toll as well. So, it's definitely, those were really hard. Don't get me wrong. Glad I only had to do it twice, but actually I did it 3 times, one outside of the UFC, twice in the UFC. And then I went up to 70. So I think, it's a lot on the body, and I'm just happy to not, have a healthier cut. That's for sure.
From the tough weight cuts, or, did you ever have I guess, affect you mentally? You know what I mean? Because when your body's not right, just a regular person, when they wake up on the wrong side of the bed, they're just like, man, today's just shitty day. I don't want to do anything. Did it ever have a mental effect on you, going into a fight?
Absolutely not. I've had some tough cuts. I've had some really tough cuts. But one thing, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make it. And I'm sure most, just about all fighters are gonna, take it to that limit and everything. So definitely some tough ones. The ones I'll never forget. Ones of the people that were with me, my coaches, my wife. There's moments in there you'll never forget those moments. But never lost mental focus. Always in there. Throughout the whole cut, everything, and then when you make that way, it's just, relieving, waiting for the refuel after that. But yeah, never any mental lapse at all. Always focused on the goal ahead, and that's to make it to the fight.
And man, for your middleweight debut, so to say, you got a very good opponent, man. Makhmud Muradov. It's a totally different style than your last couple of opponents. What do you see in him and his skill set?
Well, he's definitely more of a striker. We'll see how long that lasts. you know, even when I tend to fight strikers, they tend to shoot. That's just how it is. Once I put hands on them, they'll start to realize the only person, Robbie Lawler. Respect, respect. But I kind of knew that one going in. I think this one obviously he's going to exchange more. He's known as a striker, and I look forward to exchanging with him and seeing, and hopefully he lives up to that. He wants to exchange. He wants to stay on the feet and show me that what he's got. Let's see if it's going to be enough. But I count on him shooting. I count on him, trying to grapple, especially after seeing my last couple fights. He's coming off a 2-fight loss too, or whatever. So I think, he's going to be desperate to get a win. I honestly don't feel desperate. That's not something that I feel. I'm excited to go in there and exchange, and I am confident in my abilities, and I think I'm gonna go in there and win this fight. So, coming off the 2-fight skid, man, I've been there before. I bounced back before and came back even better. So, get ready to see that.
How was the experience, man, with the UK fans? They're a different breed out there. Walking out to the arena and stuff like that. What was it? How was it for you?
Yeah, I counted on them being, rowdy and loud and kind of loving that, ready for that environment. And I loved it. And surprisingly, I had a lot more fans and people that, were rooting for me and liked me and stuff like that. So that was cool. It was kind of a better feeling, obviously, but surprising. But yeah, I loved it. I love the energy in there. In the O2, man, it's amazing. The people, all around, even some of the restaurants we walked to, and I had my buddy eat for me. They were really cool, showing support and love. So it was pretty awesome. I got to be on the embedded thing a little bit, so that was cool. I think people, got to see a different side, and got to get to know me a little bit, especially people in the UK. And I thought it went well and had some fan base. That was pretty cool. But everybody there is super awesome, great crowd to fight for, and I'm excited to go back.
Yeah, definitely. And training camp, besides the weight stuff, anything different about it this time around?
I'm working with a new guy, with a new training partner, George Lowe. He's an up and coming stud. He's actually fought 85s, 70s. He bounces back and forth. He's an up and coming prospect. He's a hammer, man. He's a problem. He's going to be a problem. Someone to keep an eye out. Keep your ear listening for that name, George Lowe, because he's coming. He's coming. I'm telling you. But it's been great. He's been giving me a great look. He's pretty much has the same, he has a striking style, so he moves well, can grapple, can do it all, but also has the builds and the length that I'll be going up against. So it's a good look. He's a great training partner, and it's been great to mix it up with him and get in the room. And he's getting me ready, and I'm excited. I'm excited, man.
Has anything changed with you? Are you expecting the same thing every time? Because when I talk to you, you want to go out there and get into a fist fight. You want to entertain the fans. You want to get a knockout or at least a fight of the night. Has that changed with you?
Absolutely not. People are like, oh man, what are you gonna do? What's the plan? Are you worried? Whatever. Man, I just want to go out there and fight this guy. I want to go out there and punch him in the mouth. Man, I'm gonna hit him with so many lefts. He's gonna beg me for a right. You know what I mean? We're gonna stand in the center and bang. Fill that cage with some uppercut. You come shooting. I'm ready to throw down, man. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to go out there, put on a show, and really show myself again. I feel like these last couple fights, obviously matchups wise, were different, but I think I got a little caught up in trying to be that and trying to better that and trying to be, bettering them in those areas and things like that, instead of just fighting my style and fighting my fight. And when I do that, you get the best version of myself, even when it comes to grappling. I can still grapple with the best of them and stuff like that. Maybe I didn't show these last 2 fights. No biggie. It'll come eventually. You'll see it. But the most important thing is just I need to go in there. I need to be Bam Bam, and I need to put it on this guy.
Hey, no one's going to fault you for chasing the biggest fights, man. No one's going to fault you for that.
Dude, I just, opportunities, line them up. I'll fight anybody, and as long as I'm healthy and the timing is right for me and my family and stuff like that, I'm good to go. You know, you throw the name, I'm signing the paper. So
July 22nd, man, UFC Fight Night in London. Safe travels. All the best, Bryan. Always good catching up with you. And yeah, man, get this win. Get another one, 185. I'm excited for this new journey.
yeah, absolutely. You know, I think you're gonna really see the best version of myself. You know, something new. Haven't been there in a while, but I've been there before. I've been at 85s. I've been at 205s. So, you know, maybe who knows? No, but yeah, you know, it's been great. I'm feeling more than ready. I'm excited to go out there. I'm ready to get this redemption. Ready to put on a show, get a performance, put on a performance for myself. Really show everybody what I'm about, and make a statement at 85. Thanks again for having me. I really appreciate it. It's always great talking with you, man. And thank you.